Welcome back to Dalren Models. In this video I'm going to cover tyre markings, and there's typically two ways to do this. The first one is to use the kit supplied decals, which as you can see are sort of reverse lettering, so you sort of apply them that way down. And then the other type is to have a stencil template like this one, that you basically apply over it like that. So I'll show you both types. The first one I'll do is for the actual decal itself. So we've cut this out. Don't need that bit of paper there. That's just backing paper on there to protect it, and then you should have this little bit of paper there that you can remove. So we lift that off like that, and then apply this over the tyre and position it where we want it like that. So you can see that's positioned exactly where I want it. If I turn it this way, and then you might actually be able to see a bit better what I'm doing. So make sure it's exactly right, and then apply some water with a brush to stick it down, and then you'll see, if I don't move it, that it's the paper has got this sort of silver look to it. And what we want to do is keep pushing it down with the brush and the water to get rid of that sort of silvering effect. And what that's doing is pushing the decal down onto the actual tyre itself. So you can see there now that silvering's gone. So if I get my tweezers now, I can move that backing paper off, and then we're left with this nicely applied water transfer decal. So what I'll do is I'll go off and I'll do the other one, because there's two sides to this. There is the one that I've just applied, which is the Pilot logo, and then the other one is the Michelin logo. So I'll apply the other one off camera on this side, and then I'll take this other wheel into the spray booth with the template, and I'll show you the spraying. So I'll be back shortly to show you the spraying part. Okay, so I've got the template off this thing now. So what we want to do is position it over the tyre, and then get some masking tape and put it into position. So if we hold that like that, and then making sure you don't go over the template itself. Stick it down like that, and then what I'm going to do is just wrap some masking tape around the edge here, so I don't get any overspray onto the outside of the tyre. Like that, and same on the other side. Again, be careful doing this that you don't cover up the actual template. That's like that, so that's all masked off. And then last thing I want is to put a little bit in the centre to cover the hole, because I don't want paint in there. So to do this, I'm going to use some XF2 Tamiya acrylic paint. You don't want to use enamels for this because it will basically not dry and remain sticky, which won't be very good. So I'll just put some more thinners in there. So I just sort of thinning the paint a bit so that it'll spray. If I try and do it too thick, I don't think it's going to go through those holes. Check my flow's coming out, which is coming out nicely. So I start spraying. I'm just going to build it up lightly. Just keep going over it until I get nice white even coverage. So this is first for me using these templates. I've not used them before, so I'm interested to see how it compares. So as you can see, I've not done loads on there, but it's enough that it's given it a coating. So I'll unmask that and then we'll go and have a look and compare the two. Okay, so I've removed the masking tape now and the template itself. So that's the one that's painted on, and you can see the edges aren't totally sharp or crisp, but it's nicely positioned and looks okay. And this is the actual one applied with a decal. And I've possibly put them in slightly the wrong place looking at that, because it's quite close to the rim, but that beside the point. You can see that the printing on the decal is a lot sharper than the painted on, but I think it depends what effect you're going for, whether the original ones on the real car are painted like that or how they're done. Obviously different look and different effect depending on what it is you're going for. So that's the two methods for doing it. Like I said, if you're going to paint, you need to use acrylic paint. And I did get a little bit of overspray, but using the brush and the cotton bud, I was just able to use some thinners just to remove that. So that's not a problem getting any overspray, because it does clean off easy enough. But it seems to be robust enough that it's not going to come off. And the same goes for the actual stencil, the template itself. That when it comes to cleaning it, just use your normal acrylic thinners and that'll come straight off, because it's obviously a photo piece. It's not got primer or anything on. That paint isn't going to stick to it. You can see it's just come straight off. So cleaning it's not a problem, and it's reusable. So so there you go. Hopefully you found that useful and beneficial, and helps you decide on which method to use, or know how to actually apply them and use them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.